There's a new way to move in Grenada. Ride Go. Ride Go is here. Ride Go. Where do you want to go?
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Yeah. Right along live, welcome to the ride. Welcome to Wednesday on the ride. Welcome to the ride. Yeah. Good evening, one and all. And again, thank you guys for joining us here on the ride. We got some breaking news, some information that is very, very important. So I want everybody to share the program tonight. And we have the one and only immigration expert. You guys know her. We've been on this platform for probably about 8 to 10 years, encouraging you, informing you, enlightening you, motivating you to go ahead and change your status. No, this topic usually is not the sexiest or the biggest or the most viewed topic. For the years that we've been doing it, sometimes myself and Dionna Wynter Pfunde sit here and we have 50 people watching us. Over the past, sometimes all the other topics of what we say it's important, but this is very important. Oftentimes people don't watch. People don't pay attention or never paid attention to the important information, right? Then they go on and say, whoa, right along like Bacchanal and all that stuff. But yeah, we've been doing this for 8 to 10 years, almost every single week, right? But a lot of you guys don't pay attention. Now today we have big news in immigration. Everyone is talking about it. My phone has been ringing nonstop. Well, we are not doing anything different than we have been doing for the past 8 to 10 years. We are going to be giving you some of the most updated information, factual information that we have regarding the information that was released today, right? What was the information that was released today? I'm going to get to that because a lot of people are even more scared. A lot of people are frantic. A lot of people don't know what. A lot of people are spreading misinformation. A lot of information is just incorrect, invalid, and somehow insensitive. And it's sending people searching and trying to find out what the hell is going on. Right. So here is the actual news that broke today, right? And we saw it in varying forms on different media platforms. So the story was that visa, and that's how the story went out there, visa suspension for travel into the United States. Over 75 countries had a suspension. That's what some of the stories, some of the platform brought it out. But today we're gonna clarify a couple things because it is not all visa class. It doesn't refer to every single visa class. We're going to talk about immigrant visa and we're going to talk about visitor visa, right? We're going to talk about student visa. We're going to talk about all of these things. But it's important to get the clarification up front. So let me give you, before we bring on the expert, right? I want to put this out there early. So we're talking about immigrant visas. Immigrant visas is for people who intend to live permanently in the United States. That is immigrant visa. If you're talking about visitor visa is for people who intend to enter the United States temporary, right? Visitor visa. So it's important to know the difference and the clarification of both of the types of visas we're going to be speaking about today, right? So I don't want to clog any more of the time. Oh, before I bring on my guests, we also had a media release that was sent out by the public relation officer of the National Democratic Congress. Because out of the 75 countries that have this immigrant visa temporary suspension, if that is the word to use, about 10 Caribbean islands fall into that mix. Grenada, St. Kitts, and some other Caribbean islands, which you're going to outline as well. So we had a release that was published by the Public Relation Officer of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, the governing party in Grenada, that put something out, and we're going to get to that shortly. But before we do that, I want to introduce to you my sister, most dedicated legal professional lawyer in the entire world, my sister Dionna Wynter Pfunde. How you doing, sis?
My brother, Junior George, I told my kids I have to go to Grenada. I said,
Yes.
this don't make no sense that my brother is from Grenada and I haven't gone to Grenada.
That, see, that need to change soon, Pfunde.
I have to change it. It's time. Because when I think we've been going since what, about 2018?
Yeah, a long time.
It's a long time, I was skinny back then.
And I didn't have no gray hair back then either.
I didn't have none either. Like, what are we waiting on? We're going to be two old people in two wheelchairs in Grenada. Watch. I know. I'm done.
That's so true. That's so true. No, I was saying, Pfunde, that this is something we do routinely. We do this all the time. It's not just when there's breaking news, we're here talking about this. We do this all the time. And oftentimes, Pfunde, as I said, people don't see this as a sexy topic. They do something else. Sometimes we're talking to 50, 60 people because they want the bacchanal. They want the
mix up.
They mix up. You know what I mean?
The mix up.
Not one of those topics. But today, my phone, Pfunde, was ringing nonstop.
Who you telling? When you messaged me, I was on TikTok doing my breaking news segment because, I'm always over there. I love the madness.
Yeah.
And so when you text me, I was like, yeah, I'm on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because the news came out and it was like wildfire.
Yes.
Because you know what? I think it's the first time the Caribbean has been affected this much. We're talking, 11 Caribbean countries?
Yes.
Like, it's crazy. So the Caribbean is getting a little bit of a blow. We're getting a blow. So this is
before we get into it, Pfunde, as well, Steve Duncan, who is one of the top promoters. I mean, he is up there. He is the top number one promoter. He has this big event coming up called Reggae Fest, and he's invited you to come for Reggae Fest.
When is it, Mr. Duncan? When is
Marcia Griffith? It's going to be one of the biggest show in Grenada. It is going to be. I'll tell you more about it, but it is.
What dates?
Premiere.
What dates are coming?
Steve, put it. Hold on. Let me. Steve, put a date there again, because we got to get funded on this for that. We got to get a date for Reggae Fest. Let me see. And Marcia Griffith was just added today, by the way. Hold on. Let me get. Steve, put a date. Steve, put a date for Reggae Fest. See. Yeah, he's gonna put a date, but we need you down in Grenada for Reggae Fest.
I need to be there. It's about time.
Yeah, it's about time.
It is about time.
All right, Pfunde. So let's talk about the big breaking news today. Had April 11th.
Mm-hmm.
April 11th for Reggae Fest. All right, mark
April
that.
11th. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my calendar. And April 11th. And what airport am I flying to?
No, man, MBIA, Morris Bishop International. Don't worry about that. Just book your flight there. Everything else will be covered.
So April 11th, I will be in Grenada. It's a done. It's about time.
It's about
time. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Duncan, for calling me out. I'll be at Reggae Fest. Reggae Fest it is. Thank you for calling me out.
Yes. Reggae Fest it is. All right, Pfunde, let's talk about it. Big breaking news today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the breaking news and just summarize it for us, put it in a nutshell.
All right. So I think I love that you're going to play the clip to clarify.
Yes.
I think what we have to do, Jay, we got to go back to 101 school. People are saying everything is banned for the Caribbean. No, it is immigrant visas. So there has been a pause, not a stop, not a cancellation. there has been a pause. You ever press pause on the radio? Meaning
Right.
you intend to go back and press that. So there has been a pause for immigrant visas. Immigrant meaning those individuals, Jay, that are coming to live.
Right.
Not non-immigrants. If you think about it, there's immigrant and there's non-immigrant. Non-immigrant is temporary. Your little visitor's visa, your H-2B, you're coming to the United States for a temporary reason. Immigrant is those visas where somebody has filed for you, whether it's an employer or a spouse. So for purposes of this discussion this evening, the pause by the United States through the Department of State to the consulars all over these 75 countries, hey, put a pause on processing of these immigrant visas. It's 75 countries. I believe, Jay, it's what, 10 or 11 from the Caribbean that are affected. We
Yes.
know our cousins, Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname, or oil-producing cousins are safe, right? Our oil-producing cousins are safe. So there's a pause on immigrant visas from 75 countries across the world, and the impact on the Caribbean. I think it's the first we've seen such a large immigration impact on the Caribbean.
Right. Funde, what in your professional experience would prompt the US to put a pause on immigrant visa? What new transpired over this past recent times?
Well, here's the thing that we know a couple things to be somewhat true, whether you and I want to agree or not. The Caribbean have their fair share of overstays. I remember when I started practicing 10, 15, 20 years ago, it was rare to see Caribbean people coming across the border. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but that was not our modus operandi. That's not how we came into the United States. It was rare to really see so many Caribbean people from all walks of life coming through the border. That's one thing. The other thing is they call about the citizens by investment. You and I know it as CBI, citizens by investment. As Caribbean folks, we're not paying attention to that. It's where people from certain countries, India, China, some of those other places, they go to the Caribbean and they buy our passports. They purchase our passports. What most people don't look at is when you're immigrating from the Caribbean, you don't have a long wait like some of these countries. So when they come to the Caribbean, some of these countries that are selling our passports through investment, then these individuals jump the line to come into the United States because our passports don't have that long wait. Citizens by investment. This is one of the things that the memorandum pointed to. So fraud is one. So you asked, why would they do this? One is fraud. Two is that CBI, citizens by investment.
I see. So let me make this absolutely clear because I'm seeing people asking about visas for non-immigrant folks who want to come to the United States as a visitor visa. Let's make this absolutely clear. There is no hold, there is no pause on someone going to, say, well, for Grenada, for instance, we have to go to Barbados because the consulate is in Barbados. There is no pause on non-immigrant visas, correct?
As of today, and yes, there's no pause. In fact, when you look at some of the reports, they talk about the World Cup. Remember, this year's the World Cup,
Yes.
Which is a huge thing for the United States. So there has been no pause on your visitor's visa, those H-2B, those J-1s, you know yourselves, those temporary immigrant, non-immigrant visas, there's no pause on them.
Okay,
None
it's
at all.
important to note that. All right, we have a call and we want to get as much call in as possible.
Absolutely,
So let's come to the phone
absolutely.
line right now where we have this caller. Caller, you live, where are you calling us from?
Hi, good night. I'm calling from Grenada.
Grenada, go right ahead.
All right, so good night, Leon. I have a question that I think I understand, but I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So the pause starts from the 21st of January. What about persons who were in the process already? Do you think that could affect them also? And secondly, If your application is from Guyana, but because you live in Grenada, you were sent to Barbados, and you probably have
Hello?
the process. Hello?
No, we lost you. We lost you there for a little bit, caller. If you just want to repeat that last
Oh,
part that you said there, we lost you.
I'm sorry.
And your
Okay.
connection is not that
So
great. So I
two
don't know if
things.
you're on speaker or something, but your connection is not
No,
that
I'm
great.
not on speaker or anything. I don't know why.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was asking two questions. I said, the pause, would that affect persons who were already in the process? And secondly, a person who is Guyanese, but they live in Grenada and is married to a Grenadian, and their case is being filed by Barbados because that's where they live. Do you think that would affect them? How do you think that would affect them?
And caller, just to clarify, are you talking about non-immigrant visa or are you talking about immigrant
No,
visa?
the immigrant
Visa. Okay, all right. Yes, Pfunde.
Yes.
All right. So to answer your question last, the pause follows the passport. The pause follows the passport. So wherever your passport is from, if it's attached to one of these 75 countries, you are affected. So it doesn't matter, Jay, who you're married to or where you're applying for your passport. The pause follows the passport. Will the pause affect persons in process? Yes. Already today, the United States Consulate in Kingston, Jamaica has issued an advisory. They will continue processing applications, immigrant applications, up until the 21st of January. After that, the pause goes into effect. So it is immediate. January 21st. So if you have an interview scheduled for the 18th, you will be processed. The 19th, you will be processed. The 20th, you will be processed. Effective January 21st, all immigrant visas from these 75 countries, 10 of which are from the Caribbean or 11, the pause goes into effect on the 21st.
All right, caller. Again, guys, the number you could call 718-701-5720. So we spoke about the CBI, right, and how that was noted into the memo that was sent in by the State Department. But we have country, particularly St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who is not a part of CBI. They don't have a CBI program, yet they was on that list. Do you think anything else could is attributed to them being on that list?
Absolutely. Two things the government they pointed to: reassessment for fraud, and then the CBIs. So they're looking, what they said, pause immediately and reassess all these immigrant visa petitions for fraud. Look at the documents that were submitted. And we've seen this before, Jay. You and I have seen these before. Nigeria, wake up. There's always this warning. So it's two things. One is for the CBIs, and one is looking at all of these applications that have been submitted by, and let me say this also. On the US front, we see it happening now when somebody goes to apply for naturalization and they look back to the visas that were got in the Caribbean, and they screen them for fraud. That bank account that you used, was that a real bank account or a fake bank account? When you said you were married when you were not married, when you said you were divorced when you were not divorced. So these are some of the things that the government is saying, pay attention, go back and reassess all these cases to make sure no fraudulent documents were involved and none of immigration laws were broken.
Okay. The clarification that I wanted to play comes from the PRO of the NDC, and I'll play it right now so folks can get that clarification. Let's play it.
The following is a media release from the National Democratic Congress. There is some public confusion regarding the U.S. State Department's decision to pause immigrant visa processing. We wish to clarify the facts. The temporary suspension applies specifically to immigrant visas, which are intended for persons seeking to migrate permanently to the United States. Non-immigrant visas, such as visitor, student, work, and exchange visas, are not affected. This pause will take effect on January 21st and will remain in place temporarily while a review is conducted by the U.S. authorities. It does not represent a ban nor does it affect individuals traveling to the United States for short-term purposes. We encourage the public to rely on accurate information and official sources on this matter.
Right. Pfunde, how do you is this information clear as for what you know about what's happening here?
Absolutely, he hit the nail on the head, and that's what I was explaining to people, because you have people who are on their H-2B, their work and travel program, people that are on their student visas, people that are on their cultural exchange visas, people that are on their, people that are here for temporary purposes. You are not affected. You're not affected based on what the Department of State says. This is for individuals outside of the United States that are coming to the United States for permanent reason. You're coming to live. For example, Jay, I'm living in Grenada and you're filing for me because we got married, right? And you're filing for me and I'm coming here. The pause would affect me because that is an immigrant process. So we have to be very careful as to how we scare people. Like, I don't want people to get scared. If you have your visitor's visa, you can still travel. You can come to the World Cup. If you have your H-2B, still coming on your work program. You have your student visa, continue studying.
Right.
I don't want people to be scared. So I think that public service announcement hit the nail on the head.
Oh, absolutely. We got a caller on the phone line. Caller, where are you calling us from?
Hi, good night. I'm calling from the United States.
Go ahead, caller.
And I need to find out something. In relation to your adjustment of status, if your I-130 petition was approved, but you haven't yet filed your adjustment, is it prudent to file your adjustment, or what advice would the Pfunde give in relation to that?
Right.
If you have any, my advice, thank you so much. If you have any immigration benefit that you're eligible for, walk, don't run, don't walk to go file that application. So if you have an I-130 and you're eligible for adjustment of status, put it all together and get it filed immediately. Jay, we woke up yesterday, there was no pause on anything. We woke up this morning, there is a pause.
Right.
So any benefit that you have, so long as you're eligible, caller, meaning you've done your immigration math, right? You have your lawful entry. This is an immediate relative petition. Run, don't walk to go file that application. Like, that should be in the mail tomorrow morning.
All right, caller. All right, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have a caller on. We have a caller on the WhatsApp. Caller on the WhatsApp. Go right ahead.
Yeah, just trying to find out if this likely to affect people who are married. Let's say American citizen marrying to a Grenadian, whether if it's a little bit before the 21st, after the 21st, will they be processed, or is all of that suspended?
Okay, thank you. Listen to the response on the live, okay? Call on the WhatsApp. All right, that's a caller on the WhatsApp. Pfunde?
Love the hypo. It's the same hypo I used earlier. You have somebody who's a citizen of the United States. They're married to someone from the paused country. I don't want to say banned, right? Because it's a pause, which tells me it's going to be temporary. Yes, this will be affected. Here's the thing though, still file that application and wait. So if you know that you're in one of the paused countries and you marry someone and you were going to file that application, go ahead and file that application and wait. Wait for the pause to be lifted. Okay.
Someone was asking earlier, do you have any idea as to how long the pause would take? Is there any precedence to, would it be a couple
When we
months?
look at, Jay, if we look back at Nigeria and some of those countries, it was a couple years. It could be a year, a couple years. They said temporary. Now, what does temporary look like? How many cases will they have to review? I don't know. So it's your guess is as good as mine based on what we've seen happen when we had some of those travel bans during COVID and things like that. It takes a couple years. I'm not saying this is going to be a couple years. I'm just saying, looking back at some of those travel bans or the pauses, I am also thinking there might be some lawsuits, right? Some of those organizations, I could see some of those nonprofit organizations or some group of attorneys filing a lawsuit. And so what we'll see come out of that might be exceptions or waivers or workarounds on the pause. It really depends.
Right. I mean, this affects 75 countries, 10 or 11 or so from Caribbean countries. But we see that, this has been kicked around like a political football. I don't know how it's been done in Jamaica, but we even saw it in Grenada that the opposition party put out a statement that sort of goes contrary to the facts of the matter. Are we seeing that same sort of political football kicked around with this issue here in Jamaica?
It absolutely is a political football, but let me say this about I feel like the Jamaican prime minister is like friends with Donald Trump. So I think they won't own up to some of the things. I think this is a political football. If you look at what the president wanted from the Caribbean in the last month or so, whether it was positioning in Grenada when they were invading Venezuela. So there's been a lot of bad blood between the Caribbean and the United States government. So it's easy for one to assume that this might been like a little retaliation or a slap on the wrist, like you better listen to me. And if you even look at it like St. Kitts, there's some Caribbean countries that have signed agreements with the United States to
Yes.
take undocumented individuals. I don't think they made this list. The ones who are cooperating
They
are
did.
the ones.
They did. They
St.
did.
Kitts made it?
St. Kitts made it.
No way.
Yes,
St.
and
Kitts made
that,
it?
that was a shocker to me. That was a
Wait a
shocker to
minute.
me. St. Kitts is on that list, and St. Kitts have a memorandum of understanding.
Agreement.
Yeah, with them. So
St. Kitts is on it.
St. Kitts, and
St.
so
Kitts
so
is
that's
on
why
it.
I said sometimes, boy,
That
you
is a
just
shocker.
that you can't
That is a
make
shocker.
a deal with the devil. Anyway, let's think. We have a call on the line. Let's jump to that caller. Yeah, they're on the list. Caller live. Where are you calling us from?
Hi, I'm calling from the US.
Go right ahead, caller.
Sorry for the background. I'm not sure if I missed the answer already. Quick question. If you're in the US and you're married for about 6 years, but your intention is to file for citizenship, would that affect you, or should you file for that immediately?
Yes, and thank you, caller. For anybody who is inside of the United States and you're eligible for a benefit, run, do not walk. Don't have intentions. This is not having an intention to do something. Jay and I have been doing this for a long time. Jake remembers when I said, Jay, I want you to become a citizen.
Yes, she did.
I was like, stop playing. And I could not have foreseen these changes. I didn't have a crystal ball. But caller, if you're eligible to naturalize, if you're eligible, you meet someone and you want to marry and file your paperwork, start it. Don't wait. Once you're eligible, please go ahead and file that application. As a reminder, the pause is for individuals outside of the United States. The pause is for individuals outside of the United States.
Right. And you can't say that sufficiently enough, because I know some people are going to call and ask the question,
What
would
if?
that affect me if I'm in the United States? So if you are, I'm going to ask the question so you can answer it again, Pfunde. If you are in the United States and you plan to you're marrying someone to obtain their green card, and that person is also in the United States, it doesn't affect them, correct?
Does not affect you. This is not about you. The pause is not for individuals inside of the United States. So if you want to apply for your naturalization inside and you're here in the US, go ahead. If you want to file an adjustment of status application and you're inside of the United States, please go ahead. The pause is from the Department of State for immigrants, intending immigrants, individuals that want to come inside the United States for a permanent. They're coming here to live permanently.
Yeah. Okay, good. We have another caller on the line. Caller, live. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Grenada.
Grenada, go right ahead.
If, for example, for the last few months, you've been waiting for appointment to go to Barbados, and you finally get that appointment from Barbados, what's the decision for that person or family who want to go there?
Okay. So say it again. Say it one more time.
Okay, family waiting for appointment. Like, they put in papers and so for you, and you get the appointment now to go to Barbados.
Right. And that's for immigrant visa that you move into the United
Yes.
States. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pfunde, you got it?
What date is the appointment?
Okay. What date is the appointment?
The 11th of March.
March 11th.
It will be paused.
Okay. So the Pfunde is saying that it will be paused because it falls into that time frame.
Category. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you, caller. Right.
And what we can see potentially will happen is these appointments after January 21st might be descheduled. They may get a notice, or even if they go for the interview, it won't be processed. So for that caller that's listening, I would wait for any communication from Barbados. I would try to reach out to them and say, hey, March 11th, should I still come or am I not coming? What's going on? Because you got to pay a lot of money for those airline tickets and hotel. So I would reach out to the consulate in Barbados. But as of January 21st, the pause, temporary, it's not permanent. The temporary pause will be in effect.
Right. And I also wanted to note not on that list is Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, and I believe Suriname. They're not on the list. And yesterday we had a conversation, we had a program talking about the list of countries that already signed that document with the U.S., the Memorandum of Understanding to take third country immigrants. Right. And we had a full conversation, and some of the countries on that list who signed are still on that list. Just to clarify, St. Lucia is there, St. Kitts is there, I believe Antigua is there as well, and they already signed the Memorandum of Understanding. Let's get back to that. We got a caller on the phone line. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from?
Hi, good night.
Hey, good night.
Yeah, I'm calling from Florida. I just want to ask a question. My daughter is a U.S. citizen. She already put in my file in, but I wanted to marry. It is possible that I can marry before I get my green card?
No. All right. So listen to the response on the live, right? Listen to the response on the live. Caller on the phone line. Hold on 1 second. Pfunde, you got that?
Yes. So the question is, I am here. My daughter is a citizen. I want to get married. Yes, you can get married. It will not affect any application that your daughter is filing for you. So if your daughter is petitioning for you, yes, you can get married. Remember though, your husband cannot migrate on that petition unless it's the daughter's father. So if this is some and it's not even stepfather because the daughter is over 21 to be filing for you, this will be only for you, and the person you married to cannot come on that petition. But to answer your question, yes, you can get married.
Okay. All right. Got another caller on the line. Caller, live. Where are you calling us from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York. Go right ahead.
Question. I recently made a petition for my mom. She's outside of the U.S. I got a correspondent from the National Visitor Center, which she has to go to Barbados. But the paperwork I didn't finalize and do the final application with NVC. Should I go ahead and seeing the current situation, circumstances right now that as of January 21st, there'll be a temporary ban on all immigrant visas. Should I go ahead and still file my documents?
Yeah, Pfunde, he could hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to say for any benefits that are out there, please continue with the processing. I know there's the pause coming up on January 21st, but go ahead. So long as your portal is open and NVC is ready for you, upload everything, because we could wake up next Wednesday morning and they said the pause is lifted.
Okay.
Right? So because we don't know, I would say continue doing everything. So just in case they decide, you know what, we're going to lift this pause or we're going to press go, or we're going to press play. You want to be ready for mom if that were to happen. So I'll say this over and over again. No matter what your immigration status is, if there's a benefit for which you are entitled, or a benefit that a family member is entitled, continue the processing. Continue. Don't stop. Don't let up.
Right. Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for calling. Guys, again, we open up the phone line and giving you that information here about what's happening in the breaking news. Just to clarify, and so everyone could understand, we're talking about a temporary pause on immigrant visas. There was a lot of conflicting information relating to if it would affect visitor visa. We're saying no. Based on the information that was put out, it only affects immigrant visa. We got another caller on the line. Caller, your background is hot like fire, but go right ahead. Where are you calling us from?
Good evening. I'm calling from the BVI.
BVI. Go right ahead, BVI.
Question. My visa is out on the 2027. So after that, I cannot go to the US, right? Question.
Okay, hold on. Do you have a visitor visa?
Yeah, I have a US visa.
Okay, so I want you to listen to us very carefully. Listen to the attorney very carefully. Pfunde, if you could just explain it to her again.
This pause has nothing to do with you, and I don't believe BVI is on the list. BVI is not on the list. I'm checking to make sure. BVI, you are not on the list. You continue to travel.
Yes.
Listen.
I'm a Vincentian, but living in the BVI.
Or she's a Vincentian.
Oh, you're Vincentian. Okay. So this does not apply to you even so, because remember, these are for immigrants. You are considered, caller, a non-immigrant, meaning you're coming for a temporary reason. So if you're from St. Vincent, yes, you're on the list, but you're not an immigrant. Nobody has filed for you. This is for individuals that are coming permanently to the United States. So caller, you'll be able to travel still on your visitor's visa. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Right, caller.
Yes,
so you could go and you could renew your visa. You could renew your visa. At this point, there's no pause on visitor visa. So renew your visa. If your visa is expiring, go ahead and renew it. Okay. Okay. The caller is listening to us on the live.
Oh, she's listening. I was like, why do I hear my voice?
Yeah, we're hearing ourselves back.
I was like, what's happening? Why am I hearing my voice?
Yeah. Let me just say this real quickly, guys. This program is brought to you with the kind compliments of RideGo. And I got to tell you quickly about RideGo. RideGo is a rideshare app that connects drivers with customers. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Yeah. What boy? Yeah. What boy? What boy? The sun is hot. The breeze is slow. I need a ride. Where do I go? RideGo. Yeah. That's the name. Island roads will never feel the same. Tap the app. Just one click. Hopping fast. It's real quick. RideGo. Where do you wanna go? To the beach, to the street, let the island flow. RideGo. The good vibe show, fastest growing ride. Everybody know. RideGo. Where do you wanna go? To the beach, to the street, let the island flow. RideGo. Let the good vibe show, fastest growing ride. Everybody know.
Where do you want to go?
Of course, guys, that's RideGo, the rideshare app, similar to Uber. So if you have Uber, you have no problem getting wrong with RideGo. You basically download the app from your app store, and if you need a taxi, a car to go any place, you just tap the app. A car is going to come and get you there. If you're in the United States, you could call a taxi for a family member, a friend. Download the app, tap the app, and get a RideGo card today. Back to the phone lines right here on Ride Along Live. We have a caller. Let me see if that caller didn't hang up. No, the caller's still there. All right. Caller, you're live. Go right ahead with your question.
Hi, good night. I have one final question. If you are in process for an immigrant visa, is it possible for you to apply for a non-immigrant visa in this time while the pause is there?
Right. Yeah.
So the question is, if you're in process for an immigrant visa, can I apply for a non-immigrant visa? The answer is yes. I remember when my mom lived in the United States and she filed for me and I got impatient. So I marched my little tail into Kingston to go apply for a visitor's visa. Even though I knew my mother was living in the States and she was filing for me, they gently showed me the door. I was denied. I
Oh.
was denied because they know that maybe when you come, you're not going to come back. So, can you apply for the visa? Yes. Will it be granted? We don't know. But yes, you can apply. Make sure when you're applying, caller, you're telling them the truth that so I'm in process, even though they can see it. If you're in process, they may or may not grant you a non-immigrant visa. But considering the ban now or the pause, I could see a lot of people trying for a non-immigrant visa instead.
Okay, okay, all right. Got another caller on the WhatsApp. Caller on the WhatsApp, go right ahead. Hello?
Oh, hi. Hey, Jay, what's up?
Good, good. Are you calling for the program?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead.
I have one of my clients was asking a question. She recently had a baby about 4 months ago, but happened to overstayed her visa. As of now, she's like, I think like a month since she overstayed. But what she planning to do is to send the baby back to Jamaica with someone that is a citizen. So she want to know if that's going to raise any eyebrow for her personally, still in the U.S. and now being, an immigrant. If that's going to raise any eyebrow for her, she's on the line and she'll be listening.
Okay, also, let me ask you a quick question so we could get real clarity on this. Is she out of status in the United States?
Yes.
And the child was born here?
Yes, and the child father is a U.S. citizen.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So listen to the response on the live. Thank you so much for calling.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
This is a loaded gun. So number one, we have an individual, and we won't identify anyone. So problem number one, you've used your visitor's visa for birth tourism. So you use your visitor's visa to come into the United States to give birth to a child that is now a U.S. citizen. So that's birth tourism. So that visa that you're on, based on your 30 days of overstaying, is no longer good. Your visa is now, unless you file some kind of extension, but based on the fact that you've overstayed, I'm not worried about baby because baby's a citizen. Baby was born here. So baby's good. You can send baby anywhere you want. Baby will always be able to come back. You, on the other hand, you're going to have a problem because you have overstayed your visa by 30 days. The visa is bad. The visa is no longer good. This is one of those cases, Jay, where I say book a consultation with a lawyer to find out what your plan is. You overstayed. What's the plan? What's your immigration plan? All right. So that is a conversation I would have with you off the air.
Right, okay, and we urge you to call Dionna Wynter Pfunde. Dionna, tell them your number so they could write it down and stick it on their fridge. A lot of us, we've been telling them that number for so many years.
For years. It's the same number. It hasn't changed. 813-807-7015. 813-807-7015. Give us a call. We have 4 people answering our phones. Don't tell me when you call you don't get us. 813-807-7015. 813-807-7015.
Absolutely. Let's go back to the phone line. We got a caller on the line again. Caller, live, where are you calling us from?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm calling from New York.
Yes.
So my father offered me for permanent residency, but I have no status as of right now. Would I be affected with the temporary block that's taking place?
Well, let me ask you a quick question. Where are you? Are you in the United States or you're outside of the United States?
Inside the United States.
You're in the United States. And your father is inside the United States?
Yeah.
Okay, Pfunde, take it away.
All right. So caller, depending on your age, first of all, the pause does not affect you because you're inside the United States. Guys, if you draw a map of the US and if you're standing on the map inside the US, the pause does not affect you. The pause does not affect you. So I am curious about your age because I know you said your father filed for you. I would love to have a conversation with you about whether you're eligible for adjustment of status or not based on your age. You should definitely schedule a consultation with us so I could talk deeper about, are you eligible for adjustment of status? How did you come into the United States? But as of right now, the pause, we're talking the 75 country pause, does not affect you because you're inside of the United States.
All right, caller?
Okay.
So as it
Thank you
stands
so
right now,
much.
it does not affect you. But give Dionna Wynter Pfunde a call. Dionna, give him your number again so you can write it.
813, type in the chat for me, someone. 813-807-7015. 813-807-7015.
Write it down, stick it on your fridge, and guys, take note. This, you will need this number, all right? Save
And
it.
Jay, what is your number for me to tell them on TikTok? What's your number? We have
718.
600 people over here on
Wow,
TikTok.
we have
What's that
800
number?
and some. 718. That's the number on the screen right there, Funde.
All right, guys, we're on right along. It's 718-701-5720.
Right.
718-701-5720. Thank you.
All right. So we got the caller that spoke earlier. She's calling back with some additional clarification. Caller, go right ahead.
Yes, hi. Just to piggyback off of what I said before. Also, if the father is planning or she's planning probably to get married to the father of the baby.
Right. Okay. Now we're talking. She fell in love. Wanna have baby already there? Why not? Good.
Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get
Send the baby home, you know, want to know if you can raise red flag. So that was the whole thing. But she's most probably planning to get married maybe soon.
Soon. Okay, cool. So listen to the response on the phone to the question. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes.
All right. So I think because it sounds like these people have dated, they dated long enough to have a baby.
Yes.
I don't like intentions. I don't like promises. Listen, you should have been married. The application should have been filed. Run, don't walk, and execute your immigration plan, because 9 months to bring the baby. I don't know how long the both of you were dating for to get to the point where you have a child. I think this person should be helped already. Keep in mind, if you've only been here for 30 days overstay, you can't file any application with immigration for another 60 days. That's why you need to give me a call, 813-807-7015. Your case is getting a little bit tricky because you're doing a lot. Not you, the person you're calling for, your client, they're doing a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go back to the phone line. We got a caller on the line here right now. Caller, you live. Where are you calling us from?
Hi, good night. I'm calling you from Atlanta.
Atlanta, go right ahead.
All right. My question is that I came up on a visitor's visa. I'm currently in status. My I-94 expires February 28th. I'm looking to see what are my options and what I could do to stay here, either work or to be here in the country. By sometimes I may need to try to find a job. So I was either looking in regard to the H-2B or something, but I'm currently in status here in America.
Mm-hmm. And I love that you're in status. I would encourage you to stay in status. This might be a longer conversation because there's so many options available. There's student visa, there is EB2, there's employment-based, there's employment-based, 5 different ways of Sunday. So this would be a more in-depth conversation on how can someone go from a visitor's visa to some other kind of visa inside of the United States. The only thing I want you to keep in mind, the visa that you're on, your B1, B2, you cannot have dual intent. You can only have one intention on that visa, and that is to visit the United States. So give us a call, schedule your consultation, and let's have a chat.
Absolutely. Now,
Okay.
the call. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much Appreciate you. The caller that called earlier in regards to sending back the baby, right? Would it be like a red flag if she send the baby back, or should she just keep the baby here?
Here's the thing. It's pretty common for a lot of babies to be sent back for babysitting reasons. It's common for children to send back because it could be that the father, who is a U.S. citizen, is sending the child home to a mom. So it's a red flag, but it's a small red flag. It's not a big one because it's so common.
Right. Okay.
It's very common.
Okay. Again, 718-701-5720, guys. We're talking here with immigration expert Dionna Wynter Pfunde on this breaking news. Now, we have to clarify again, and I can't reiterate it enough. This particular pause is for immigrant visa. It does not or will not affect you if you are getting a visitor visa, which is considered a non-immigrant visa. All right? So, clarification. Back to the phone lines. Dionna Wynter Pfunde, caller, you live. Go right ahead.
Hi, good night. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm calling from Maine. I am a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
I have a fiance in Jamaica. I think it's considered a non-immigration.
So you have a fiance in Jamaica. Right? You have a fiance in Jamaica, right?
I was thinking of doing the K1.
Okay. So let me just get it clear for the attorney. You in the United States, you're a citizen, and your fiance lives in Jamaica?
Yes.
Okay. So of course you're not married as yet, so you haven't filed any documents
No.
as yet. Okay.
No.
And you was thinking about doing what?
The fiance visa rather than getting married and coming up. I was going to do the 90-day fiance.
Pfunde, take it away.
Yeah. All right. So the fiance visa is kind of like a hybrid because it's not an immigrant visa. It's just a visa that gets the person out of the country into the United States. So you can definitely go ahead and file the fiance visa. If I were you, I'd try to file that now. But you can definitely file it because we're not fully into the immigrant side yet. This is just to get them out of the country. So the whole purpose of coming into the United States, and you mentioned it, caller, is to get married within those first 90 days. So I would go for it. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Invite us to the wedding, please. We talk about so much weddings, but you guys never invite us to no wedding.
We have bags. We will travel, honey.
You know.
We have bags. We have bags on top of bags. Congratulations.
Thank you, caller. Guys, let me say before
Thank you.
No problem. Before we go forward, guys, I got to tell you this, that it's important to note Dionna Wynter Pfunde. I love the dance. I love the dance. Before we go back, I think you're going to be performing on Reggae Festival.
All right.
Steve's going to put you on the show.
Say less. April 11th, Grenada.
Guys, before we go on with the calls, I gotta say this, that this program is also brought to you with the kind compliments of Ride ATV, guys. We are launching ATVs here in Grenada, guys. Yeah, man, ATVs. So, if you want to ride with Ride or ATV, our first batch, I think our first ATV is on the 17th, but that's already sold out. Then the fall 24th, that's sold out too. So if you want to ride with Ride or ride ATV, it's real fun in Grenada. Yeah, you got to go to the website. And how you get there? Right here. That's the link. Yeah, go to ride.gd. That's ride.gd, ryd.gd, and book. Yeah, man, it's real fun in Grenada here. All-terrain vehicle, Ride ATV, it's amazing. For more information, you can also call us at the number 473-422-1011. That's 473-422-1011. All right, so we got the Ride Go, we got the Ride ATV. We're riding all along. And when Pfunde come, Pfunde had to jump on the tuk-tuk. Yes. One more commercial break and we'll be right back. Don't move.
The sun is hot, the breeze is low. I need a ride. do I go? Right go, yeah. That's the name. Island roads will never feel the same. Tap the app, just one click, hopping fast. It's real quick. Right go, where you wanna go? To the beach, to the street, let the island flow. Right go, let the good vibes show. Fastest growing ride, everybody know.
Tuk-tuk now available on Ride Go. Book now.
Absolutely, and we're back here with Dionna Wynter Pfunde. You could call in now, guys. The phone lines are wide open. Let's go back to the phone lines right now. Caller, live. Where you calling us from? Hey, caller, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Grenada, but hold on for me. I don't want to be live.
Well, don't you live already? Hold on. You're calling the live show and you tell me you don't want to be live. It's live.
Absolutely, we're back.
Hello, caller. Hello.
Hi.
Turn your background down. Hold on. Turn your background down. Yeah. Yeah, caller, your background is hurting me. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, if you don't want to be live, don't say another word because you're live.
Okay.
You're live. Okay?
Okay.
You still want to be live or you don't want to be live?
No, I don't want to.
Okay, all right, no problem, caller, no problem. All right, cool. All right, there you go. She don't want to be live. No problem. Let's see if we have a question in the chat here. Well, that's the number right here. So, guys, if you have to call, the number 813-807-7015. That's the Dionna Wynter Pfunde. Write it, stick it on your fridge. You will need this number, right? Someone was asking about the bond because there was talk about some filing for a visa, and that I heard is an experimental process. You have to put down a $15,000 bond.
Mm-hmm.
Does that apply for most of the Caribbean islands?
I haven't seen it implemented. I know the president had talked about when you want to travel, like your employer got to put down all this big money. I have not seen it enforced yet. I'm not saying it does not apply. I have not seen it play out. I have not seen that one play out yet, Jay.
Right. Yeah. I've heard. Same as you. I heard people speaking about it, but I haven't really heard the implementation either.
Yeah.
Someone say, how much you charge? Listen, call the number. We don't give out them prices on them on the phone. There's a nice consultation fee, but you will get your work done. I have to tell you guys that I was in limbo. At one point, I was like, I have my green card and that's how I'm going to stay. And Pfunde said, what? Now we got to fix that.
No.
And let me tell you.
Nope. Not on my watch, sir.
One day got me to the point where I had to get it. So I got it. And she is very thorough. You won't have any problems. So you got to call the number. Make no doubts about it, guys. You will get what you need to get done. And it's very thorough. You won't have any problems. So the number that you call is 813-807-7015. You could call this number. Someone is waiting there right now to answer the call, right?
No, they'll be back at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Okay, but leave a message.
8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Book your consult, 813-807-7015.
Absolutely. So there have been no changes in terms of non-immigrant visa. What about temporary protective status?
Oh, yes. So, Haiti is coming up. By February 5th, we'll know. There are some lawsuits, there are some cases, but Haiti is designated since 2010, so 15 years, they're thinking of ending temporary protected status for Haiti. Venezuela is already ended. So we're seeing a lot of these roll back on benefits that were once allowed. The border is probably next to nothing. I doubt anybody's trickling through the border. The border is locked tight. The border is locked. Temporary protected status for Haiti, we're going to see what happens on February 5.
Pfunde, so yesterday we spoke about this, right? Where we have a list of countries that signed that MOU, right? To accept third, what is it?
Say third country to accept.
Right, to accept. Right. Summarize that for us. Let us understand some of the benefits and some of the downside to that? I had a full conversation yesterday, and the writers had a full airful of the one side of the story. What's your take on that?
All right, so I don't know if there's any upside to it. So in the past, when somebody was getting deported from the United States, we would say to the government, it is not safe, especially in asylum cases, Jay. It's not safe to send Junior George back to Guyana, because if you do, then he will be tortured, he will be beaten, he will be persecuted. And so what the government did, if you made a really good case, they would keep you here in the US and protect you. Now what the government is saying, look, we don't have to send you back to your home country, but we can send you to a safe third country.
Right.
And they'll give you your pick, because they've signed these agreements with these countries. So for example, you, Jay, you don't have to go back to Grenada. We can send you to Burundi. We can send you to some country that you've never even heard of. So we're not sending you back to get persecuted, but we're not keeping you. What we saw this week was St. Kitts have signed on to this MOU. There's some other Caribbean countries that have, some African countries have. So what happens is and when you go to court, the judge will tell you what your two options are. I was in court today, and the judge, I think, gave them Guatemala and something else. The client was not from that country. The judge will give you two choices, and you got to pick one. So if you lose your case, because you're saying, I can't go back home.
Right.
So if you lose, we believe you, but you've lost, we're going to send you to one of these safe third countries. So you don't have to go back home, but you just got to get out of the United States. Yes, sir.
So does that apply in regular instances where they are deporting people? Like if, for instance, they pick people up, or some folks are in jail, waiting for, or they're in ICE detention and they have to be deported. Would they send them to third countries under these type of arrangements as well?
So the first option will be to send you to your home country. That's option number one. But you have a lot of people that are saying, I can't go back there because I'm going to be persecuted. Right. So if you get detained and you're like, send me home, they're going to send you to your passport country. They're sending you to the country from which you have your passport. The safe third country applies to those individuals that say, I can't go, there's nowhere for me to go. Please don't send me back to that country, or I will be persecuted.
Right.
That's when the safe third country comes in.
Safe third countries come in. Okay. So when they send you to that country, Pfunde, do they take into consideration if you even speak the language, if you have any ties, if you have any relation, any cultural attachment? Is that even a consideration in court?
Nothing is taken into consideration. They'll just give you your two countries and you pick. And as attorneys, we have 30 days to pick one, or 30 days to say none. We get to, respond to the judge and say, don't send this one and don't send that one. So there's not a lot given to ties, language, culture, distance from original country. There's none of that.
So when they get to that other country, why, they just drop them off on the plane and they just leave and go? Like what?
Well, there is the MOU, right? There's a memorandum of understanding. So I imagine those countries will have something in place, some kind of transition plan. There's something in place, but you're on your own. It's not like they're going to build you a house and you're going to get money or anything like that. So those countries absolutely will have some kind of plan in place for you, but no thought is given to like culture or language or anything like that. It's just, You can't go home. All right, go over there.
Oh, wow. Okay, we got a call on the line. Caller, live, where are you calling us from?
Hi, good night, Julia. I'm calling from the States. Can I speak to you offline?
Not right now.
Okay, so I have a quick question, right?
Yeah.
I'm a Grenadian, but I got married to a U.S. citizen, right?
Uh-huh.
My I-94 expired June 5th, 25.
Uh-huh.
In the movement for the suspension of visas now, will this affect anything while I'm about to file for adjustments of status?
Okay, so let me ask you a question before I put you over to the lawyer, right? Are you in the United States right now?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here over a year now.
Is the boyfriend or the husband in the United States right now?
Yes, he's a citizen here.
Okay,
He lives
all right.
as an American
Okay,
citizen.
so I don't even need to take you to the lawyer. It will not affect you because you're not outside of the United States. You're not in one of those affected countries at this point. So at this point, what a lawyer will tell you is that it does not affect you. Just get yourself sorted out, sort out yourself, get married, do what you need to do, and process.
No, I'm already got married.
Take care of your business. It wouldn't affect you because you're not from the affected countries.
Okay, because I'm a Grenadian, so I'm just trying to figure out would this affect me.
Okay, all right. Okay, so listen to the response on the live. The lawyer is going to chime in right now on the live.
Okay.
All right.
All right, caller, to answer your question, it does not affect individuals inside of the United States. It does not affect adjustment of status. It affects those individuals outside of the United States that are being processed at a consulate looking to come into the United States. So you would not be affected. Go ahead and file your application.
Right. Again, if you are in the United States, you're already here in the United States, then it would not affect you. It affects you if you're outside immigrant visa and you need that immigrant visa to come into the United States to finish the processing. So there's no processing done in these countries, and the pause start on January 21st. That is the date. All right. 718-701-5720. We got just a few more questions before we wrap up, but don't worry, guys. If you need to speak to the lawyer privately, you could call her on her call tomorrow and book a consultation. She would definitely help you. She helped me and thousands of other people, hundreds of thousands of people over the past 8 years. We've been doing this program here on Ride Along Live. So you want to give her a call. Funde, give them the number one more time again.
813-807-7015. Give us a call, 813-807-7015.
Absolutely. That's the number there that you could call. Let me just take somebody right there. Right. All right. What else is hot in immigration news, Funde?
Deportation is on the rise. They're just deporting people left, right, and center. ICE is everywhere. We saw where ICE shot this woman in her face. ICE is everywhere. If you're home in the comforts of your home and ICE knocks, do not answer. Do not answer them unless they act a judicial warrant. That's why now more than ever, you need to be aligning yourself with a legal attorney. You need to have an attorney on call. So when ICE knocks, you don't answer. When ICE knocks, you do not answer.
Wow. Should you be concerned even if you are a legal permanent resident?
Yes. If you have a green card and if you have no arrest and you've had your green card for 5 years in your pocket, go ahead and apply for naturalization. If you have a green card and you've had some kind of brushing with law enforcement, whatever it was, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, definitely go talk to an immigration law attorney and see what we can work out for you. So if you have a green card, yes, you should be worried. Because every day we see more and more rights are being eroded. You're not eligible for this. You're not eligible for that. So I would highly recommend, if you have a green card in your pocket, you try to trade it in for a passport if you are eligible.
So if you have a U.S. passport, should you be concerned at this point?
You know what? I think months ago I would say, no, you're fine. But I would be like, no, you're good, man. You're good. Your passport good. But now what we have seen is the president has said he wants to see 200 denaturalizations recommendation each month. I'll repeat that. He wants to see 200 people recommended for denaturalization, meaning we're going to begin the process of stripping your passport away, based again on fraud, based again on whatever happened underneath that application for you to get the green card and then the citizenship. So that's what he's saying. He said, send 200 people each month to be reviewed to see if that passport, they should have gotten it.
Right. Wow.
So a lot is changing, Jay, like daily. There's so much things changing daily. daily things are changing.
Right. Somebody wants to know about how do they contact you on a WhatsApp number if they're calling from Grenada and other parts of the Caribbean.
So 813-807-7015, or you book your chat at winterlaw.com, www.winterlaw.com. Book your chat, and then we'll figure out how we'll contact you. We'll definitely reach you on WhatsApp.
Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. Pfunde, anything else? We're past that time. Anything else you want to update us on?
I always come, Jay, with an optimistic mind, and I come in peace, right? We come to share information. We don't want our community to panic, but we want our community to be educated. We want our community to be a community of action. Like, take action. Don't wait until the soup start boil over, then you try to take out water out of the pot. I would say take action now. If you're eligible for a benefit, continue with that benefit. Get a professional to help you, whether a licensed attorney or a licensed rep. Get somebody to help you. I see the government is going a lot after individuals. I think, quite frankly, Jay, they're going to start going after lawyers too, because we out here saying too much and talking too much, because we're living in a country now where the law and the Constitution does not apply.
Right.
Does not apply.
Talk show host as well. Who knows?
Talk show host. So I'll be coming to Grenada, and then I probably won't leave.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We got another call on the live. Final call for the night. Caller live. Where are you calling us from? Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So that caller didn't know that it was going on the air. Yeah. All right. So, Pfunde, we look forward to seeing you in Grenada.
April 11th. It's on my calendar, sir.
Yeah. Steve Duncan, make that arrangement, my friend. Make that arrangement, my friend. 11th.
It's on my calendar. I'm going to come over there, come jig.
Yeah. Pfunde, thank you so much. A lot of information. Hopefully, we will try to give something again next week. Let's see, based on your schedule.
Absolutely. I think I'll be in Jamaica next week, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Always fun. Thanks again,
Pfunde. Be like you.
Yeah, Lord, Pfunde, I've been in Grenada for like about 5 months.
I see that.
Yes.
I see that.
And I don't know when I'm coming back.
I see that, sir. I see that. I see that.
Yeah. All right, Pfunde, thanks again. And
thank you, Jay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Right Along family.
All right, we'll keep in touch.
All right, bye.
Yeah. So that was, of course, Dionna Wynter Pfunde. Giving all the information, again, clarification, right? Clarification. Let me see if I could bounce to that video for further clarification. Ron Redhead.
The following is a media release from the National Democratic Congress. There is some public confusion regarding the U.S. State Department's decision to pause immigrant visa processing. We wish to clarify the facts. The temporary suspension applies specifically to immigrant visas, which are intended for persons seeking to migrate permanently to the United States. Non-immigrant visas, such as visitor, student, work, and exchange visas, are not affected. This pause will take effect on January 21st and will remain in place temporarily while a review is conducted by the U.S. authorities. It does not represent a ban, nor does it affect individuals traveling to the United States for short-term purposes. We encourage the public to rely on accurate information and official sources on this matter.
Again, point of clarification right there from Honorable Ron Redhead. We got a caller on the line. Caller, where are you calling us from? Hello? All right, we lost that caller. On that note, let's take a quick commercial break and we come back to wrap it up. Don't move, we'll be right back.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet? Yes, multi-X, all of them. Smart! Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
We got another caller. Let's go to that caller. See if I can pull that caller in right now. Caller, live, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from New York City.
Hold on a second. New York City, go right ahead.
Yes, I would like to speak to you privately, personally.
Okay, no problem.
After the show.
Right, no problem. So call me after the program, okay?
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All right, great. Yeah. All right, guys. So that's it for today. We want to urge you guys to go ahead and download the RideGo app, guys. Everyone should have this in their installed on their phone, right? Everyone should have this installed on their device. So go ahead and download the app. It's RideGo. If you go into your app store right now and you search RideGo, you're going to get this app. You download the app, put in the information, and anytime you need to go somewhere, just put in your destination and a car will come and pick you up and take you to wherever you need to go. It's RideGo. RideGo. For some of you guys who probably used Uber before, you probably used Lyft before, this is RideGo here in Grenada. So download the app. It's RideGo in your app store. It's an Android and it's also for Apple. All right. Okay. Yes. And during the program, we had so much people I've seen pop up every minute of you guys installing the app, and we appreciate you. We thank you so much for rocking with us right here at RideGo, Ride Along Live.
There's a new way to move in Grenada. RideGo. RideGo is here. RideGo. Where do you want to go?
Again, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of our program here tonight. Don't forget our ATV tours. You could book online at ride.gd. That's ride.gd. Go ahead and book that ATV tour. And also don't forget, if you're flying to Grenada, the safest place on earth, you could fly with JetBlue. Book a flight JFK nonstop from JFK to Maurice Bishop International Airport. We're flying with JetBlue, taking you there to Grenada. What about final caller? Caller, you live? Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Florida. I just have a quick question.
Florida, go right ahead. Go right ahead, Florida.
Okay. As a J1 teacher.
Hold on. I must advise you that the lawyer is not on. The lawyer just went off. So if you have a question for the lawyer, you may have to call back again. Should be on next week. If it's a general question, I probably could tackle it. But if you want to speak to the lawyer, she went off the line already. And try next week, okay?
Oh.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, caller. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah. All right, guys. Catch me again tomorrow, right along live. Peace out and good night.